Have you ever wondered why some athletes shine brightest under pressure, while others completely fall apart? Why do certain players freeze when everything is on the line, while a rare few seem to become even stronger in those exact moments? Cristiano Ronaldo is one of those rare individuals. For him, pressure is not something to fear. It is something to feed on. It is fuel, it is power. And his ability to transform pressure into performance is one of the most important reasons he became one of the greatest athletes in history. Most people think pressure is an external force, a loud stadium, millions of viewers, critical media headlines, expectations from fans, and the weight of an entire nation. But Ronaldo sees pressure differently. To him, pressure is internal. It is the standard he sets for himself every single day. Long before the world expected greatness from him, he expected greatness from himself. That internal demand shaped his mindset from an early age and allowed him to develop a unique psychological advantage. This mentality was already visible during his early years at Sporting Lisbon. Coaches noticed that Ronaldo reacted to mistakes differently than other young players. When he lost possession or missed a shot, he did not shrug it off casually. He became intensely focused. He demanded another chance immediately. He wanted to correct the mistake right away. Instead of being discouraged by failure, he treated it as a signal that he needed to push harder. That reaction is critical. Most people interpret mistakes as evidence of limitation. Ronaldo interpreted mistakes as instructions for improvement. When he arrived at Manchester United at 18, the pressure increased dramatically. He was young, playing in one of the toughest leagues in the world, under the management of Sir Alex Ferguson, in front of global audiences. Critics constantly questioned whether he was too flashy, too selfish, or too inconsistent. Many young players in that situation would try to play safe to avoid criticism. Ronaldo did the opposite. He leaned into the pressure. He used it to sharpen his focus. Former teammates often described how Ronaldo behaved during high-stakes matches. Before important games, while other players felt nervous, Ronaldo appeared energized. He listened to music, visualized success, and mentally rehearsed key moments like scoring goals or delivering decisive plays. Sports psychologists call this process performance visualization, a technique used by elite performers to prepare their minds for pressure situations. By repeatedly imagining success, Ronaldo trained his brain to interpret pressure not as a threat, but as an opportunity. One of the most iconic examples of this mindset came during the 2008 Champions League final. Between Manchester United and Chelsea, the match went to penalties. The most intense pressure scenario in football. Ronaldo missed his penalty. In that moment, many players would have mentally collapsed. Missing in such a crucial moment can destroy confidence. But Ronaldo did not break. He remained composed. He trusted his preparation. And when Chelsea's John Terry slipped and missed his decisive penalty, Manchester United won the trophy. Ronaldo later said that he had trained his mind to recover instantly from setbacks. That ability to reset mentally is a defining feature of his psychology. Pressure often comes with fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of disappointment. Ronaldo transformed that fear into motivation. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" he asked, "What if I succeed?" That simple shift in perspective is powerful. It changes the brain's emotional response. Fear triggers avoidance behavior, while anticipation of success triggers action and focus. Ronaldo trained himself to focus on potential victory rather than potential loss. Another powerful demonstration of this mentality occurred during Portugal's Euro 2016 campaign. As the captain, Ronaldo carried enormous expectations from an entire nation that had never won a major international tournament. Every match brought intense scrutiny. In the final against France, Ronaldo suffered an injury early in the game and was forced to leave the field. For many athletes, that moment would have been devastating. But Ronaldo refused to surrender his influence. From the sidelines, he became an emotional leader, constantly encouraging teammates, shouting instructions, and maintaining belief. His psychological presence helped drive Portugal to their historic victory, even without playing the full match. He transformed pressure into leadership energy. This ability is rooted in what psychologists call a growth-oriented mindset, combined with emotional regulation. A growth mindset means believing that performance can always improve through effort. Emotional regulation means controlling reactions under stress. Ronaldo mastered both. He accepted that pressure is unavoidable at elite levels. Instead of resisting it, he learned to channel it. Interestingly, Ronaldo's relationship with pressure also extends to his training habits. He intentionally created pressure during practice. He simulated match conditions, set performance targets, and challenged himself to meet extremely high standards. By exposing himself to pressure repeatedly in controlled environments, he reduced its impact during real matches. This method is similar to what military training programs use. Controlled exposure to stress builds resilience. There is also a biological aspect to this transformation. Under pressure, the human body releases adrenaline and cortisol. For untrained individuals, this can cause anxiety, muscle tension, and reduced performance. But elite athletes like Ronaldo learn to harness adrenaline as an energy source. Instead of tightening up, they channel it into speed, power, and focus. Ronaldo's intense physical conditioning allowed him to convert stress hormones into peak physical output. His career is filled with moments that illustrate this phenomenon. Last-minute goals, decisive penalties, comeback performances, and clutch plays in the most critical matches. These moments are not random. They are the result of psychological preparation. Ronaldo trained his mind as intensely as he trained his body. The lesson from his mindset applies far beyond sports. In everyday life, pressure is unavoidable. Deadlines, expectations, competition, and uncertainty affect everyone. Most people try to escape pressure or reduce it, but the most successful individuals learn to reinterpret pressure as a signal that something meaningful is at stake. They use it to sharpen focus rather than diminish confidence. One of the key strategies Ronaldo used was reframing. Instead of seeing pressure as danger, he viewed it as proof of importance. If millions of people were watching, it meant the moment mattered. If expectations were high, it meant he had achieved a level worth respecting. That perspective transformed stress into motivation. Another strategy was preparation. Confidence under pressure does not come from wishful thinking. It comes from knowing you have prepared more thoroughly than anyone else. Ronaldo's relentless training created an internal certainty that he was ready for any challenge. That certainty reduced fear and increased performance stability. Finally, he embraced responsibility. Many people avoid responsibility because it increases pressure. Ronaldo actively sought it. He wanted to take decisive penalties. He wanted to be the player who stepped forward in critical moments. This willingness to carry responsibility strengthened his leadership and elevated his status. Cristiano Ronaldo's greatest psychological strength was not his confidence alone. It was his relationship with pressure. He understood that pressure is a constant companion of greatness. Instead of trying to eliminate it, he learned to master it. He turned it into fuel, into focus, and into unstoppable determination. His story teaches a powerful lesson. Pressure is not the enemy. It is a test. It reveals whether a person will retreat or rise. The difference between average performers and elite champions is not the absence of pressure. It is their response to it. So the next time you feel pressure in your own life, whether in work, competition, or personal goals, remember Cristiano Ronaldo's mindset. Do not ask how to avoid pressure. Ask how to transform it into power. If this story inspired you and changed the way you see pressure, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Prospost. Here, we break down the psychology and mindset behind the world's greatest athletes to help you unlock your own peak performance, because in the end, talent may start the journey, but mindset under pressure is what creates legends.